So we can afford the crown now. So Mikey, do you know what that means?
Jebediah.
It means that Runix, aka Bobbity Bobberson, is the king of tacos.
Ooh.
Isn't
You
that
need
cool?
to screen share with me, Mr. Broster.
Yeah, actually, I've got a good idea. While we're doing this, I'm going to continuously check OBS, right? Because last time you would not believe the lag we had. Like, oh my god, it was terrible.
Shit, man. Are you rolling?
Yeah, I am.
Ooh. Oh, she wants an apple on it. Ugh.
That's not an
Why
apple,
the
I
fuck
don't
would she
think.
have an apple? Oh, is that sauce?
Yeah, it's like some sort of sauce, but like,
Apple sauce.
as you can see, if I screen share with you, it kills the game so much.
Oh, does it actually run better if you don't?
Yeah.
Well, you don't need to screen share with me, Mr. Brister. You could, like, shag my dad.
Okay.
But, what was that story you were going to say that you said you were going to do?
Just let me stop the sharing the screens real quick. Why was it not letting me do that?
Because it's fat.
It's not letting me stop.
Do you want me to, like, leave and then recall?
If that... Oh, wait, no, I found it out. Don't worry.
You just kept pressing the same, like, show it, show it, show it.
Right, there we go. Finally. Okay, I've got it now.
Pineapples are... I just got an advert when you close that saying pineapples are classed as berries for no reason. That's all it said. That's the end of the advert. Anyway, carry on. What was you saying?
Anyway, you said you wanted to know the story.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was the teacher. It was a PHSC lesson, and the teacher said to me, "Right, everybody, get your books out." Okay, it's working. He said, "Get your books out now, because we have."
Was this in Nelthorpe?
No, it was in Melior, and he told me to he told everybody to start writing random dates in their books. Like, he was like, "Oh, and go to like the page where you did this lesson and do this," and I was like, "Yeah, but why?" And this is how the conversation went. Why should we do this? Just do it, don't question me. Yeah, but I'm like really curious as to why we're doing this. Don't question me. Yeah, but why get out now? Like, what was he so mad about?
Just answer you like a fucking real person.
I have no idea. Here's something I've wanted to tell you for the past few days, right? One of my friends at college. I got really angry at the game because I forgot to turn the thing on. Right. This thing happened at college. This guy got really mad and he put a swear word on his work. What happened was the case is what led him to do this, because we had a teacher called Neil, right? And he didn't do what he did, because he actually called his... We were supposed to call our work some like spreadsheet or something, and he called it Sonic.exe. And he did it wrong, like we were told to do it, and he kept following the tutorial and he did it wrong. And he was like, God damn it! And he was like, "Excuse me, please calm down." He was like, "Oh, but I've done it wrong." He was like, "Calm down." And then he like had a tantrum, started like shaking the computer, and
Was this the tutor?
No, this is the student.
I was gonna say if this was the tutor.
And the student did the funniest thing ever.
What did he...
I turned. He was like banging his head on the table, and then I turned around and I saw his work. You know what he wrote in massive letters?
What?
On his work, he said "Fuck off, Neil" in massive letters.
He's got something wrong with him or something.
No, he just got really mad at him. I remember at one point, he stormed out the classroom, but he left his hat, right?
Yeah.
And he came back in about 5 minutes later. Was like, "I forgot my hat." And I gave it to him. He was like, "Thank you, Ashley," and then left the room again. Because I was actually really good friends with the guy as well. It's funny because when he wrote that on his work, he flipped out and he was like flailing all over the place. And then when he left, everyone was like, "Are you okay? He didn't kill you, did he?" I was like, "No."
What do you do at college? I've never asked you ever.
More like what I was doing. It was media, like something to do with like all the things. And I actually wanted to take drama, but the teacher who ran drama would not let me join.
Oh, that's kind of shit.
It was really annoying.
That's kind of shit. So what are you doing now at college?
Nothing.
No.
No, nothing at all.
Okay.
Where's the the bins vanished? I'm gonna put all the pieces of paper on the table.
Yeah.
Right. So I was actually.
CS:GO,
Hmm?
trading zone, please fuck off. It keeps telling me to come trade shit.
There was something on a Melior club, right? You know when I was at Melior, right? We had
Yeah.
this club. I don't remember what it was, but like it was during one of the lessons. We kind of had this group, like maybe 3 people, 3 or 4 people, and we were planning to go on a trip to Cleethorpes, right? Here's the catch: it never happened, right? Because about a few weeks after they announced that, every single week the club got cancelled over and over again for no particular reason. And then the club just kind of eventually just slowly died, and everybody stopped talking about it. And I was like, "What happened to this club? Where has it gone? What's happening? Where did it go?"
Just fucking disappeared.
It did. Speaking of
Honestly,
disappearances, we had a teacher called Mr. Player, or Doctor Player as he called himself. And the funny thing is, like,
doctor play. Was he actually a doctor?
no, because apparently he created things. Like he was some sort of inventor or something, so he called himself Doctor Player. And like he was actually a really good teacher as well, but surprisingly he vanished for some reason. Like he kind of disappeared, and he never came back. And all we had was like substitute teachers all the time. Because I don't know why, but everybody came up with like all sorts of theories. Oh, he was abducted by aliens. He was murdered, and like he got the sack and all. And nobody actually knows where he went. He just kind of vanished. Do you think he left? Do you think he left the countries living in
One of our
Barbados?
tutors did that. Like, he just didn't come one day and never came again. I didn't even
But why
resign or
though?
anything. He's still got a job, but he just never comes. He
He
just
never
came
comes
back
back.
to our lesson.
Yeah, we were doing this presentation once, and well, we had to do like a presentation on it. I did it on the Undertaker, but we all had to do it on like different things.
Yeah.
And we had to like kind of come up with. We had to record a video for the beginning, like, hey, welcome to my presentation about this. This is going to be amazing. I was the only one who did that, and it wasn't exactly what the teacher expected. You know what it was?
What?
It was just me, just going, "Welcome to my presentation," just like really, really monotone. And then at the end, it was like, "That was my presentation." Clearly, I
Do
made
you
the
know what you
best
just reminded me
impression.
of? I don't know why.
What?
I just wasted 10 seconds of your life.
Did I ever tell you the story of that music lesson that I had that time?
I don't think
Where
so.
we were sat there in the music lesson, and all of a sudden the door kind of flies open, bangs on the wall, boom, and then somebody playing really loud music just jumping up and down. And then he left, and the teacher was like, "Oh, for God's sake!" And like, he like closed the door. And then about 10 minutes later, he just he just kept coming back.
There was an incident at college the other day where someone was playing proper loud drum and bass, yeah, in the engineering core where we
Yeah.
are. And everyone, like, all the tutors were too like afraid to like go and ask them to turn it down. And then when one of them finally did, after like 2 hours, it turned out it was just a radio that had been left on. No one had been in there for 2 hours.
There's something pretty cool happened at college once, though. Well, it was cool to watch. It wasn't cool for them. But what happened was we came to college. We were going on a school trip that day, and there were 2 people in the class who were they were dating for quite a while. And I kind of walked around the corner. And I saw them yelling at each other very loudly, and it was so dramatic that one of them straight up refused to go on the trip because the guy was nearby.
Fucks.
To be honest, I don't blame her. The guy was kind of,
Tapped.
yeah, I guess you could say that. Once there was this, once there was somebody throwing, one of the teachers left their window open, right, like the classroom window, and we kind of found some year 11s. Like I was in year 7 at the time. There kind of some year 11s just sat there throwing stones through the window into the classroom. And then the teacher, you could hear the teacher scream as she came up to the window. Was like, "Right, that's it. I'm going to get all of your names, and you're going to be in so much trouble." And one of the guys just went, "Yeah, all right, whatever. Come on, Brett Wilson, let's go."
Just said his name out loud.
It was probably not even his name. Just think about how generic that is, Brett
You know my
Wilson.
presentation on Brett.
I'd heard of it, but I didn't hear I wasn't there to
No,
see
it was
it.
an ICT, wasn't it? You didn't see it.
No, go on, tell me the story.
It's just that he was a bit of a rat.
Yeah.
And it's just called it like a proper detailed intro. It's like, I'm your host, Michael Yates Simpson, and today, oh shit, I just gave my name out to the internet. Come fucking rape my family.
I mean,
But,
actually, come to think of it, think about it. Your Skype thing's in the corner. It's been there all the time. So
heresy. But anyway, oh, what was I saying? I've actually forgotten what I was fucking saying.
you were talking about the presentation on
Oh,
Brett.
yeah.
I actually don't remember Brett.
It was, that weird little fat kid. Not Charles, the other one.
Was he in the lower year than us?
He was in the higher year than us. He was in year 11. But he was like,
I don't
he
remember.
was in year 11, but still about 20 years from puberty.
I don't remember him
They
actually.
had like a proper massive front and back teeth. No, top and bottom teeth.
Oh yeah,
Legit looked
okay.
like a fucking rat.
I
So-
kind of remember.
But he was a cunt as well.
Literally.
Like, normally I wouldn't take the piss out of someone, but he was a dick.
Yeah,
So
I remember it
I
now.
made a proper detailed introduction. It was like, hello, I'm your host. I'll be taking you through the most fundamental areas of Brett. I forgot his last name. I literally put that in the fucking PowerPoint. I was like,
Brett, I
actually
forgot his last name.
insert last name here. But anyway, and then I was like, so before we delve any deeper, I'm going to give you some background knowledge of Brett. And then I went like I told him a load of stories. And then literally the next slide, there was only 2 slides. There was the introduction, and then there was the next slide, which was just a picture of a mole rat from Fallout 3, and it just said, "There is Brett." And I got told off and like given detention for it. and shit.
You know what
Like,
happened once?
I didn't even give it like any last. I didn't even. I didn't really. I got away with bullying them because it was. I didn't put his last name in, so I could have said. I was just like, oh well. Technically, it could mean anyone.
Do
So
you remember
she's like,
when?
"Well, you got me there, so I'm just going to give you detention for not doing classwork."
Do you remember that time where one of the kids in English tried to do a presentation on my YouTube channel?
Did
Like,
they?
how sad can you get?
Wait, who did that?
I don't remember who it was.
Was
Like,
it in Mr. Ways?
yeah, like you did your presentation on what was it? Something? What was it you did?
Probably Carlton. It was like PewDiePie or something.
I know it wasn't
Can't remember
Carlton. It wasn't him. I remember it wasn't him. It was somebody that I
the game.
can't
Sounds
remember
like
the name
something
of.
that you do, though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. He did it on my YouTube channel, but he got told immediately to turn it off. And it wasn't this one, it was my old one.
Was it like one of the quote-unquote cool kids?
Yeah, it was.
Probably like Alex or Liam.
It wasn't them either. It was one of the minor ones that you never see every. Like, you only see him every now and again.
Kieran.
No, it wasn't
not
Kieran.
that Kieran Aiden. Kieran. What was your old YouTube channel called? I'm gonna find it.
DJ12699. I only use it for comments anymore, and
How many
playlists.
subscribers did you have?
I actually have more subs on that channel than I do on the channel I actually upload videos on, which is really kind of weird.
It's only got one video now, hasn't it? Because you took all the others away, didn't you?
Yeah, I took them all down.
Okay.
'Cause they sucked. It's funny because it's called GTA 5 gameplay and it's a Rickroll. And as soon as I uploaded it, it got copyrighted and banned all over the world.
I like how you even put I don't own this or anything as well, and you still got copyrighted. What is that profile picture? It's like, is that the guy that you have to assassinate on the first mission of the second island in San Andreas?
Yeah, it's the guy you have to kill.
Where you have to go up the mountain.
Yeah, it is.
Is it sad that I know that?
No, oh, actually, I'm quite
Just
surprised. I'm quite surprised you know it.
Fucking hell, I used to play the crap out of the first 3.
Yeah, somebody
Grand Theft 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. I've literally sunk in about 1,000 hours of each of them when I used to on my PlayStation 2.
you know that
Actually,
kind of.
sad.
Do you know what I did recently?
What?
You know my Pokemon Y game.
Yeah.
I recently hit 999 hours and 59 minutes. That's the highest amount of time you can get clocked on the game.
Jesus.
Like, wow. I bet most of that time was probably spent running around in the grass.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, where's the shiny? I can't find it.
You got loads of
99959.
playlists still on that channel, haven't you?
Yeah, that's actually the channel I use the most. The channel here is my LP channel, and I only use it for that.
You ever gonna put anything up on your old one?
Hell no.
Huh?
Hell no, why would I do that?
Jesus Christ, you got thousands of playlists.
One of the players has like 3,000 videos, and the first video is Chugga Conroy.
It's the Let's Play moments, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, you know one time, you know how I told you about the guy with the beatbox in the library?
Yeah.
Well, the same library has been like home to very funny things, because there was this guy who kind of got told off one day,
Yeah.
And then the next day he came in, he sat next to me, he's like, "Hey kid, watch this." And he went on Google, and on these computers for a short time you could change your background. Because
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey kid, watch this." He went on Google, searched middle finger, and got a picture of a middle finger, right, and put it as as his background, and then maximised the Google Chrome. He's like, "Wait here." He went to get the teacher. Was like, "Miss, can you help me with this?" "Oh yeah, sure, come over." And she came over, and he minimised his browser. And was like, "See, miss, this is what I think of you."
What is it with libraries and shit? Like our library was always like there's always weird shit happening, wasn't there?
I think the best part of the library was when you and Jason just kind of fell through the door, and I was like, "Right, get
Yeah,
out."
it's just because no one would have been expecting it was a full library, and then all of a sudden you just saw two bloody mongrels jumping on top of each other. It's
I
just the
still
way we felt.
one of my favorite things was one was Uno when Owen got the cards and went, "That's not right, you idiot!" Like threw them across the floor, like all across the room. And the other one was the time where we were just sat there playing drafts, just going every time we moved to draft.
Oh yeah, 5 nights of drafts.
For some reason I remember that time in RM where you had like a piece of wood and a hammer and you kind of like advancing on people with it.
Wait, what?
Like you
You were in my area. I don't.
no, not RE, RM.
Oh yeah, what was I doing with? I was gonna say, why did I have a wooden? What was I doing with it?
You had like a piece of wood and a hammer and you were like hitting the wood and like advancing towards people with it.
Yeah, I remember that now actually.
I don't know what you were trying to achieve.
Just walking towards people. Did Josh? Did you remember? I'm not sure if you were there, but when Josh came up to me and just went, he had a pencil in his hand and wood, and he went, "If I got a pencil and I've got a wood, I'll draw on the pencil to make pencil wood."
And I bet you that's gonna one day he'll open a store and that will be his slogan.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? It's like, "Come to our store if I got a pencil."
And I got a wood, I'll draw
On the pencil
to
and make pencil wood.
That's the way he says, "I'll draw on the pencil."
Oh, that reminds me. You know the guy I referred to as traitor last episode?
Yeah.
We got this we got everybody got this everybody got this pencil that said "Don't spread germs." You got some scissors and rubbed out the word "don't," so it said "spread germs." And he just looks at it and went, "Spread germs, okay, achoo," and like sneezed on the table in front of the teacher.
Jesus.
We're gonna get one more level up. Nope, close that down. Now, here's something really good about the library, right? It was all quiet and it was all quiet, right? And all of a sudden we heard like everybody laughing, and I was like, "What's going on?" And I saw the teacher just staring at us with like wide open eyes. You know why?
What?
The student was on Pornhub in the library. Why was that not blocked?
Keep getting botted accounts trying to add me. Like, I don't know why. It's really fucking pissing me off on Facebook. Thing is though, right, all these botted accounts. Guess what? 2 people are always the mutual friends that have it, that have actually accepted it.
Is one of them Jason?
Yeah. How the fuck did you get? Yeah,
And who's the other one?
Cal Gordon. Can you remember him?
Oh yeah, I remember him. I didn't
The
like
only
him very
person in
much.
the world that Jason managed to beat up.
Oh yeah, I remember that, didn't he? He like floored him, didn't he? That was
Literally, right, this
amazing.
is one of the botted accounts. Do you want to know what it says? Right, and
What?
you know it's botted because it says it lives in Brigg, North Lincolnshire, from where I am. And the cover photo and profile picture, the only ones there, and they were updated an hour ago, which means she just made this count.
You've
Do
literally
do you want to know what it is that she says?
What?
Hi guys, I'm willing. Instead of saying two, it says I'm willing suck your dick and swallow hard. Naughty form of a sexy, spelt with an I. Naughty girlettes. She spelled that wrong. Follow my private link now. I'm not going to click on that link.
You
'cause
do-
I'll probably get some kind of porn spam.
You do realise you've just told everybody where you live.
Huh?
You you literally kind of just said where you live.
Said what? I can't hear.
You said that you said like where their location was, and that's where you live. You said that's where I am, so you just gave away your location.
Oh shit! Now I'm gonna die. Oh well. But there's another one. It says she lives where I am, yeah. But in the background, she's like tanned and shit, and the only picture she's put up. She's sat like next to a cactus in some kind of fucking American place or something, drinking a cocktail.
Right.
And her name's Patricia Andrew Woody. If you want to go add that bot account, and literally what she says is, "Anyone join me to sex?" Like she hasn't put sexes, or she's just put an S after sex. You can find me in Met here. Try new things to have fun. Hashtag I love sex. Winky face.
You know how you said about you asked that teacher what a dildo was, and she's like, you don't need to know what that is. No, go with them and sit down. Well,
It was,
the teacher who responded to the guy on Facebook, sounded on Pornhub, I should say, said that she was like, we don't tolerate that kind of dirty website here. I'm surprised it wasn't blocked,
when
in
I
all
asked
honesty.
that teacher, it was the sex ed class, and they said if anyone has any private questions and don't want to ask in front of the class, then we'll take you through to the quiet room and you can ask us there. So she did, and I went through and I asked her what a dildo was, and she just went, "You don't need to know what that is," and then put me back in the classroom straight away.
You know what happened once, right?
What?
In my form class, you know how there was that time where these sex ed people would like go to one form, then do the next form the next week.
Yeah.
Well, we got like people asked questions, and everybody burst out laughing when they read one of the questions. It was like, all right, next question. What happens? What happens if you put?
If you.
What happens if you put a fork in the vagina? Somebody legit asked that. Like, why? Once in primary school, I was like trying to save a document, and I didn't have space on the computer, and the teacher was like, "Wait, what?" And she looked at my documents, and most of them were paint documents, right? And do you remember on the paint in the schools, you used to be able to like put little clip arts in there.
Yeah.
Most of them were just dinosaurs destroying cars with the words "Crushzilla" in like really bad paint. That's what half of them were.
God. I just realised you left the room and watched together.
Did I?
As well.
Oh yeah.
So how's the tacos going?
Clearly we are making very much profit.
I can't
Is
see
it?
them.
It's fine though, because on the next game we can screen share without lag because it worked last time. So
Yeah.
it's just the games that play like this, I think. Right, you know what happened once? I was playing with my brother on Modern Warfare 2, right, on the Xbox. We
Yeah.
didn't realise that a third guy had joined the group. Right, okay. So every time he killed one of us, all you heard of it was just like really quiet. So he gets shot by like some unseen force, and I get.
Oh, what's this picture you sent me? I didn't see. It's that one with the digger.
The one with the Priuses. Oh,
That's
did
not
yours
the
see
first
it?
one.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
one with the digger. Interview any experience opening heavy machinery. Does your mum count? Fuck you, hired. That's awesome.
Hey, guess what? This voice really annoys Jason.
Oh god, I can remember that when Charles did it because he was doing it to take the piss out of that old teacher, wasn't
Remember when he did the that that thing with Balamori when they do that thing wiggling their fingers and moving their hands around? That used to annoy him as well, didn't it?
he? Yeah.
Like I don't understand.
Why did Jason get annoyed at really weird things?
I don't know.
Like when he made that voice and he'd just be like, "Shut up!"
Remember when we were bullying the bullies back, and I was like, as you can see, the common retard always makes the stupidest noises, and clearly does not have any IQ.
Yeah.
I better leave the area.
When was that? Was that who farted then? I can't remember. Was it me?
It might have been. I don't know. I just went, I'd better leave the area.
Or was it just because you saw Jason?
I think it might have been. Oh, do you remember that time where we decided there were like these 2 year 7s sat there and we walked through the door, walked around the school, walked back in from the same door, and kept going round and round and round just to try and confuse them.
Yeah, the new kids. That was brilliant.
Remember the other one where you had a cookie and you just looked at me and went, I think this cookie's mouldy.
Yeah.
Every time you used to try and play the impossible game, Joe would just go up to you and start like putting his nose on the screen and just go, distraction.
Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember the time we pushed Danny into that massive pile of leaves and just kept kicking him over his head?
I still remember that. That was funny to watch. Yeah, one day I came to primary school, right? Because I don't know why I didn't have my uniform. I think it was like I had to get a new one or something. I came in wearing this black shirt with blue flames on it. Because I'm edgy. And the teacher, right, she had a proper go at me. Like, she stopped me at the door and was like, "Halt! What are you doing?" I was like, "Walking into your classroom." She was like, "Not like that, you're not." And I was like, But I don't have my... Yes, I can see you don't have your uniform. You have that shirt on. You see, that is not cool. The school uniform is cool. Much cooler than that dark shirt you're wearing. You stick out like a sore thumb. And I was like, the school uniform is cool? Like, really? And she's like, it's not appropriate. And I was like, okay. The way she said it.
It's not appropriate.
It's not appropriate. Oh, I remember something. You know how me, Carlton, and some other person had that random lesson with Mr. White for no reason on Mondays, I think it was.
Yeah.
Well, we got homework about like taboo things, and I had to take a con. Yeah, I had to take a con home. I had to take a tape recorder home, right? And I had to like record something, and every time we had to sneak a swear word in there, but instead of swearing, we had to say tab. And like, by the time I'd finished recording it, all of a sudden, because it was me and my brother recording it, and all we heard was just like really weird music playing. It was like, buy this lovely new corn and corn. It was like curry and rice and a very nice settee. Like he seemed to have taped like really weird adverts over. Like all we just got was like, nice, very nice curry and rice.
Jesus.
Anyway, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You know how we have all the upgrades on this game?
Yeah.
That marks the end of Bobbity Bobblerson's time in the Takamia.
Oh shit, man.
However, you do not know this though. As soon as the police arrive to apprehend Bobbity Bobbleson for killing so many people with poison in his tacos, because food poisoning from raw meat, and you know what you said about that whole thing I did with all the like all the chilies? Well,
Yeah.
he fled out the back door just as they got here, right? And he went to work in a different area, Papa's Burgeria, which is going to be the next series in this line. And do you want to join me for that one as well?
He's making burgers now. That's heresy.
Do you want to join me for that series as well?
Yeah, man.
So I guess we will see Bobbity Bobbleson with his new fake name
He needs
next
a new
time, won't we?
alias just so the police don't find him.
Yeah, they'll never track his new alias. Trust me, ever.
Chibbity Chibberson.
Chibbity Chibberson.